Hey guys, how are you today? I'm Jnelsonus and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the New Zealand terrorist attack or massacre. I know I'm kind of late on the topic, but that's because I was very hesitant. I don't usually speak about current events or things that are going on in life in general because I kind of like to stay away from controversial topics or things that people get upset or are very sensitive to. So I apologize if I make anyone upset or if it's too early or if anyone is still dealing with it. I also am a very sensitive person. I don't like I don't like talking about things like this, and I don't like reminding myself of stuff like this. So I was very hesitant to make a video about this because I'm the kind of person to like I cry, like a lot of us are, but like for me personally, I try to stay away from things that kind of put me in a depressive mode, or I know how things get to me, and things like this get to me where I'm up all night thinking about it, thinking about why the world is this way, how I can change the world, and I can't, and so it depresses me. It makes me feel upset that I can't change the world. All in all, it's just a very hard subject to talk about. So bear with me. First, I want to say I didn't hear about the attack. I didn't. I mean, I saw something online about a terrorist attack in New Zealand, and I'm like, personally, I saw it and I was like, it happens. Like, I'm so used to it by now. I look at my tongue. I'm so used to it. I'm so desensitized by the things that go on in the world. Like, it doesn't amaze me anymore. Like, it's sorry to say, but in my head, what I said to myself was like, it happens. Like, this is life. This is what life is now. So the next day I was scrolling through my Facebook page, and I happened to come across a video, and it was like a point of view, like first person shooter type of video, like Call of Duty. And so I was watching it, and I was like, and I didn't think the video was just like, this is crazy or whatever. It wasn't labeled as the terrorist attack. Hey guys, I just wanted to insert the definition of terrorist attack and the reason why I keep repeating it. So I saw the video on Facebook, and it literally looked like a video game to me. It looked like a video game. He went in, he was shooting, shot around, came back, loaded, kept loading, kept shooting at people. And I thought it was a video game. I thought it was a movie until I started reading the comments. And that is when it broke me. That is when I was like, damn, he went in there and shot those people like they were nothing. Like, this was a video game. Like, the way, like, the whole camera, like putting the camera on his face, recording it. Like, this man intended to kill. All he was reloading and loading, and oh my God, my head exploded. Like, this was too much for me. Like, I immediately cried, and I just kept thinking, like, life is so fragile. Like, someone could just hate you for your religion, you know what I mean, and kill you. I can understand things from a different perspective. I put myself in the shooter's shoes. Okay. It's understandable. It's very understandable to become ignorant of a group of people that you've seen on the news exploding and killing and beating women and all this other things, because that's what the media portrays. It's easy to get angry at stuff like that, It's easy to be ignorant of what it really is like, and to start like, hey, these people kill us, why not us kill them? Like, I get where he's coming from. I get it. Hate comes from fear. You fear. Maybe he felt he was afraid for his life. I'm not making any excuses. I'm just trying to understand the mind of someone who would come out and do something like that. He was wrong, and we all know that. From an outsider's perspective, as someone who is very well in tune with the world and how the world works and the different communities and diversity, we understand that not all people are bad. Not in every group there's a bad. In every group there the bad, there is the extreme, you know what I mean? And there is the good and the kind-hearted. Like in Islam and Christianity, when you go back to the back in the old, where is it, the era with the, I forgot in history, you know, when they were the Christians were persecuting people and murdering people and burning them at the stake for witchcraft and whatnot. And then you think about Islam and other religions that have done the extreme and that still do the extreme. Like there's some Christian families who you know what I mean, they're cults. Some, you know, religions, like the religion I was in, there's good in the religion, but there's the extreme where you're not allowed to do certain, you're not allowed to, oh, I don't want to get into it. But basically, it's our job as people, as a society, as people who live amongst different people, to become educated and knowing these people. Not knowing them to the fact like, hey, dude, I want to know everything about Islam, but knowing that not every person in a religion is that way. For a fact, I know nothing about Islam. I know nothing about Islam at all. I know when you see the news and you see bombs and all this other stuff, that I know for a fact that the person living next door to me might not be like that. You know what I mean? There's extremists in every religion, in every type of group there is. There are extremist black people. There are extremist white people. There are extremists everything. But you have to know that not everybody's like that. That's just my thinking. Like that's what I know. That's what keeps me from developing thoughts like that. And it's not even the fact that I need to remind myself that people aren't not all people are bad, not all religious groups are bad, but like I have friends who are Muslim, I have friends who are Christians, I have friends who are they don't believe in religion anymore. You know, I have a very wide variety of groups, and so it's important that we surround ourselves with people that aren't always like us. And sometimes it's scary, but you find the similarities in the way you guys are and the way you think, you know, because we're all one. Now, I came from a religion where I wasn't allowed to be involved in media. I wasn't allowed to be involved with politics and stuff like this. So I'm not used to talking about things like this. I was told not to stay neutral, to stay out of politics. But politics is such an important part of being American and being a citizen in a society where you have to make decisions about who is going to be leading your country, who's going to be taking control of your life. So my whole thing is like, I'm so used to staying out of things, staying neutral to things. So for me, being ignorant was a very, very blissful thing. I didn't have to worry about someone shooting or whatever because I didn't care. And not to say that as like I'm a heartless person, but like I didn't care so much about, you know, I just didn't care. Like I cared obviously about people dying, but I didn't care about the aspect of like why or, you know. Sorry to keep cutting the video, guys, but I also wanted to insert that it's not the fact that I didn't care, but in the religion that I was brought up in, we were taught to not worry about if people died or if they were killed because we would eventually see them again in a paradise. And so that actually kind of made me not really care about the events going on in the world because I knew somehow it would end. You understand? Because I come from a religion that I'm supposed to stay neutral. I'm not allowed to have my ideas about what's going on in the world. I mean, of course we do, but so that's just why, like, I don't involve myself in, you know, politics and in social media. But now I find there's much of an importance to do that because we all have a voice and we all need to share what we know, you know? Like, I ain't shit, you know what I mean? But like we all have an important part in our society, and just the smallest thing that we can do can impact something greater, and people are afraid. So you have to understand the fear that people have, but you also have to know that now, there's basically a concept that I keep repeating over and over again. A lot of people would say, all right, this has to be the sign of the times. Like in the religion I was in, at this point they would say that the world is ending, that God is coming. I mean, Jesus is coming. Like this has to be the sign of the times. Like the end of the world is near. Personally, I think this is just modern technology. What I mean by that is, back in the day, so much happened. So much worse happened, bombing of churches of little black girls, or murdering a little boy and dumping his body in the ocean without, people can't even identify him from his face. The Holocaust, slavery, it's always been horrible. It's always been worst. I don't feel like it's getting worse. I just feel that the media portrays more of the violent acts that we don't see or hear of every day. That's how I feel about it. I don't feel the world is getting worse. I just feel like there's more people exposing the things that are going on, so it seems like it's more. So that's just my view on that, because a lot of people would say, oh, it's the end of the world is ending, like that's why everything is getting worse. I don't think everything is getting worse. I think more of it is coming out. Sorry, this is just like this one piece of hair. I feel like more of it is coming out, and more people are becoming exposed. More people are aware of the things that are going on. And so once you're aware of something, you think about it, like if I told you 1,000 pieces of hair fell out of your hair every day, you're going to be aware of that. You're going to see the hairs that are coming out. You're more aware of the situation. I'm sorry. And it's not a laughing matter, but when I get nervous, I smile a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry if I offend anyone if I'm smiling. So a YouTuber that I like a lot, and she's Muslim, she recently shared on her Instagram that someone came to her mother's house and scribbled, threw eggs and vandalized their house, basically. The way people treat Muslim people in this country and other countries is going to increase. That's what I'm thinking. Because when you think about how history works, or how people work, when people are afraid, people hate, people act on their hate. And just like how it happened with the Holocaust, or how small things led up to the banning of Jews going to school, the banning of businesses, the destroying of businesses. I feel like if people don't become aware of what's going on in the world, if people don't educate themselves on what other religions really are, like, even I don't know, because I don't really trust religion. That's my thing. I don't really trust religion right now. So I don't know where I stand, but I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to, for people that do trust religion, we have to really understand what, try to, damn, I lost my mind, my frame of mind. What I'm trying to say is, if people don't educate themselves now, get their acts together now, history will repeat itself. That's basically all that I'm saying. And I wrote it all down, guys. So that's why I keep looking on this side of me. So that's basically my thoughts on everything that's going on right now with the New Zealand massacre and Islam and religion. It's all a very touchy topic, and I don't like talking about stuff like this. But yeah, I just feel that, like, we can do better. And I understand. I really do understand why someone would do this. I get it. But I don't have the heart to do something like that. I don't. I have the understanding to know that not all people are like that. And so I feel like we educate ourselves as a society, educate ourselves as a people, one whole people, not just Americans, blacks, whites, whatever. Like, we're all human. We're literally all in this together. We're all going to die. You know what I mean? Like, let's just, come on, we can do better. So that's my views about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did watch, if you have any questions, leave them down below, because I'm pretty sure I left a lot out because I get nervous. a lot and I just skip over things and I repeat myself over and over again. So I really do apologize. Thank you for your patience and bear with me. If you have any other topics that you guys want to discuss, let me know, because I have other things that I want to talk about, particularly the religion that I was in, Jehovah's Witnesses. So thank you guys so much for watching. I send my regards to those who lost their families and to those who lost their lives in this attack. I know it won't be the last, so let's just be real. It won't be the last. But I just hope people become more aware of what's going on. Like, it's scary. This world is scary. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.